Hello, my name is John Thompson, and I'm an instructional technology consultant with Do It Academic Technology. I'd like to take a couple minutes to tell you about a great new feature that's in Desire to Learn, or Learn at UW as we call it here in Wisconsin, and it's called the Course Builder. And it's a really easy way to start building the course content outline of your course, as well as start to integrate some of the other tools if you'd like. So you'll notice on your homepage, for instructors only that is, or course designers, a link for Course Builder. And the Course Builder basically has three panes to it. First is a toolbox, which contains all of the different course components that you might drag over to this Course Builder canvas. That's right, it's really drag and drop, it's really interactive. And then here on the far right, you get basically where you can edit some of the details or information about the things that you're going to be building here in this main course outline. One thing to note about the toolbox, there's two different types of things that you can drag over. First are called placeholders, and these are basically things that are just going to kind of hold the place of something that you might want to add later, or it's also a way to really quickly build repetitive structures within your course. It might be things that you do typically from week to week or topic to topic. There's also ways to just directly add really quickly, at least with basic functionality, some of the course functions that you're used to, like discussions, quizzes, or dropboxes. And there's also means to add in things that you've already got in your course, maybe copied from a previous semester, things like course files or discussions, again, all of those great things. The first thing I'm going to do is to edit my course information here on the far right. I don't really like this Course Builder test name, so I'm just going to give it a little bit nicer name. We'll call it Course Builder. And you'll notice here you also have that checkbox where you can check to make that course active so that students can see it right away. Remember, that's something that you have to do at the beginning of every semester. It's already done here. And so it flashes a little bit, then it's saved, and I can see right here in the top that this Course Builder name has already taken effect. Gives me a little bit of a prompt, since this is an empty course, to drag a module to start building my course. Those of you who are familiar with how Learn at UW works, where you have to add modules before adding in content, or add forums before adding threaded topics, this hopefully will be pretty familiar to you. I'm going to add a first module called Course Information. Looks like I've tried this before. And I can tell I need to add this from the asterisk, but I can also add notes or restriction dates or anything like that if you'd like to, right here from this little pop-up window. The notes might be really useful if you're doing collaborative editing on one course. And you can see here that it kind of spun on that a little minute, and then it's added right here kind of in this outline underneath the Course Builder. I haven't uploaded my syllabus yet, so I'm going to create a file placeholder and drag it onto Course Information and call this my syllabus. Oops, if I can type. And it gives me a little bit of information of how I would use placeholders. Again, I sort of described it before, so I won't go into detail here. If I had uploaded my syllabus file already, I could drag that file over here from my course files, but since I haven't yet, I'm going to use this drop-down menu to select it. Oh, excuse me, I didn't need to do that. Don't know what I'm doing just yet. I'm going to use this menu here on the far right, sorry about that, to add the file. So by picking it, I get options for both my course offering files, which is basically the course files I've uploaded, and my computer. If I pick that and I browse, I can see I can pick my syllabus right here and hit the upload button, and just two shakes, I've got my syllabus file that's already going to be in my content outline if I go back up to that. And you get a little bit of information on this again, or if you wanted, you could hide the file, and if I did that, that would happen right away. Let's say perhaps maybe the first week I want students to do a little bit of a discussion to introduce themselves. I could drag this Create Discussion over and create a discussion right away. I don't have any forums yet, so obviously I need to create that forum. You need to create at least one. So I'm going to just create one and call it Course Forum. Maybe I'll just use one forum and keep all my topics in there this term. And I'll call it Introduce Yourself. It's a really good idea when you're doing forums to give a little bit of a description of the forum, and even to make one initial post just so students sort of know what you're going to be using that forum for. The more guidance you can give them, the better. Also get a lot of options on if I wanted to grade, have grade items in there, I could do that, or score, or have it visible for a date range. These are all things that you would get if you created the forum, or excuse me, discussion topic using that old way in the discussion tool itself. So there it is. That's kind of my first week: course information, syllabus, and introduce yourself. If I were to go back to the course content, I would see here is that outline, view content. That's how it looks to students. I've got the link to the syllabus that would open it right up. It's a Word doc, or I can link right over to this discussion forum where, again, there's nothing there just yet, but you can see in the discussions outline I created that right away. And back in the course builder, again, I can do that with dropboxes. I can start quizzes. I can't add questions yet, although that's supposedly coming. And I haven't set up my grade book yet, so I'm not going to create any grade items yet. But just a few other things to note. If you want to expand a particular outline item, you do that by the plus or minus sign. And if I just use placeholders instead of actual files, I might use this drop-down menu to actually copy this structure so that I can really quickly, if I wanted to have maybe a post for readings and discussion posts or weekly Dropbox, I could do that really easy by just copying that structure and repetitively doing that. So that's really all I wanted to say about that, just a really brief introduction. We're going to be working on some documentation just to let you know a little bit more of the functionality of that, but we wanted to get something out there right away when we turn that functionality on and put it in the default course nav bar. So if you have any questions, on the screen right now are some ways that you can get a hold of us, and we hope that you have good luck with the rest of your summer semester, or good luck preparing for the fall. Thanks.